Hey there guys, it's GamoUsa here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews where we bring you the facts, not fluff. Today we've got the Gamo Swarm Magnum Pro 10X Gen 3i in 177. We're going to be testing out some pellets today. I want to say a huge thank you to Gamo for sending this out. Let's get started. All right guys, before we start shooting some pellets and before I give you a little tip of the day, I want to remind you that we have our Patreon page and also we have the Officers Club over at AirgunArmy.com. If you guys want some exclusive behind the scenes footage and some just straight up exclusive footage, check it out. The links will be in the video description. We also have early access, ads free stuff too. So if you like that, you want to help support what we're doing, check it out. Links are in the video description. So before we get started, I want to throw a little tip your way. I cannot tell you how many times I have been, I go to sit down, shoot the review, and last time I shot the gun it was doing awesome, and now it's not doing awesome. Well, it's probably not your pellets, it's probably not your scope, it's probably not even you. Check your stock screws. Airguns, specifically brake barrels, I should say, they usually have stock screws, at least 3. We've got 2 in the forearm, 1 here and 1 here, and then we've got 1 back here. If these get loose, you can forget about any repeatable accuracy. You're not going to get it. And I can't tell you, like I said, how many times, yeah, that's good and tight. I have sat down to do a review, having like a week before, set the gun up, it's all ready to go, everything's happy, and now I can't get it to get any consistent accuracy. I forget. Stock screws, Rick. Stock screws, Rick. And that's generally the problem. When I go and fix them, then we're back in business. I'm just going to double check my scope screws, because those can be a problem too. These are pretty good. Just make sure they're snug. You don't need to crank these down so much because there's tape in the scope rings that holds your scope pretty good. But you don't want them loose. Remember going to Gamo Squirrel Master and people grab their guns, just go start shooting and can't get any accuracy. They never check their scope rings or their stock screws just 5 minutes before you get started, and you can basically set yourself up for some real success. If you don't do it, you can have a ton of frustration unnecessarily. So those are just a little bit loose. I'm going to go a little bit more on these. This is the gun I've got to compete with Angie against. She just like called me out on that video. I'm going to make sure I need the right pellets though. I just got lucky because she was here. I didn't have the right pellets, so I got to get with Joe. Hey Joe, I need some GTO domed in 177. So I know I need to email you. I will. All right. So stock screws are all tight. We're going to sit down and do some shooting. Before I do that, I got to go start that camera. Be right back. Oh, it is a beautiful day. All right, so I have 5 pellets. I've got the red fires. I've got 8.4 JSBs. I've got 10.65 Barracudas. I've got 10.3 JSBs, and I have 7.9 grain Premier hollow points. We are going to sight in with the red fires. Generally speaking, they do pretty well for me in the Gamo brake barrels. It's what I've had the most success with. The PCP is a different story, but the brake barrels really like the red fires. So we'll go ahead and load the mag, and we'll get started. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Gamo Swarm system, the Swarm, specifically, this is the 10X Gen 3i, so 10-shot magazine. It's the 3rd generation inertia-driven mag. So the mag has a little catch here, so when you advance, it clicks. There it is. And you load your pellet. And now when you fire, well actually when you cock the gun, it loads the pellet. It stays on an empty hole until the gun fires and the inertia from the recoil causes the magazine to advance. It helps prevent accidental double feeding, which is awesome. You don't want to put 2 pellets in the breech if you can help it. All right. Yeah, let's see how we do here. We will have an old school airgun review coming. There it is. But I got to figure out what pellets work first. So after we figure that out, then we'll get set up. We'll do our old school airgun review for both this and the 22. So definitely, if you want to see that, definitely sign up, get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it. Now I'm at 25 yards. We were at 15. So at 25 yards, I could use the full range of the scope. We're going to go ahead and sight in for the 177 red fires, and then we're going to use the other pellets, and we're just going to shoot groups. We're not going to be trying to pull them into the center. If there's an excellent pellet that's better than red fires, we can zero our scope after the fact, but let's just do the testing first. Here we go. That went dead through the center, did it not? Yeah, that'll work. And we got that telltale crack, which means we're going faster than the speed of sound, which is impressive. Let's try again. Or should I just quit? I mean, that drilled the center. We should end the review right now, call it done. All right, let's see if we can do anywhere close to that again. I hope so. Here we go. A little high. So what are my expectations here? At 25 yards with a 177, if I can do an inch at 25, I'll be happy. With the 22, I want to do a little bit better, maybe half to 3/4 inch. Obviously, smaller the better, right? But I'm talking about where are my expectations. Okay. Boy, they are getting there in a hurry. I could probably bring this over a little bit. And I don't know, I'll look at it again, but I don't think I need to adjust for elevation. Elevation is a little high, maybe just down a few. Okay, I'll give it the old taparoo. All right, how many shots do we have left? All right, we've got enough shots. So we're going to start our groups. We're doing 5-shot groups today. So I'm going to start upper left, and let's see how I do with 5-shot groups. These are the red fires and 177. Let's get started. A little low. Oh man, I pulled that one. I should say I pushed that one. Follow through, oh my gosh. These things will reward you when you do everything right and punish you when you screw up your technique. Yeah, okay. Like I did in my other video, and I don't know where this is going to air. I think we'll probably do the 22 first. If I have a group that looks like I could have done a better job personally, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and give it another try. Also, when you're loading these mags, there's a little O-ring in there. I'll get some B-roll of that. There's a little O-ring here, and the pellet has a waist, and you want the O-ring to catch behind the head and on the waist. Helps hold it in place. And it's really dry and dusty out here, and when the O-rings get dry, sometimes they're just hard to push in. a teeny touch of some silicone, just silicone oil, pure silicone oil, not the spray, just oil, on the O-ring, and then rotate the mag and let it release and so forth. We'll lube that O-ring. Makes life a lot easier in loading the pellets. Okay, we're going to go down one. Let's see if I can be more consistent with my hold and my part here. No. We're just going to finish these out. One more. Boy, we have an unhappy goat out there somewhere. It's carrying on. Okay. I could move that group into the black, and that would fit all in the black. So that's a scope adjustment to get that in the black. So I am going to set this aside. We'll see how the rest of these do. Let's jump. These are 7.8 grain. Let's do 7.9, right? Let's jump to the Crosman Premier hollow points. Okay. I'm going to aim, let's see. Where shall I aim? I'm going to go, whoa, these are like, you talk about just dropping into the mag. Is that one? Nope, that's okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, those really feel like they're small. It's all right. Let's give them a shot. We're going to go for the second sighter in the center and see how they do. No, let's go top right. Actually, go top right. That's where we're going to go. Top right, here we are. That did not crack. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. These may warrant a scope adjustment. Oh, it went right off the page, unfortunately. Bummer. Okay. All right, those shot really well. We are going to adjust our scope for those. We're going to come left a little bit. We're going to come up a little bit. And we are going to give those another go, because that had real potential. They did not shoot well in 22, but in 177, not only they group well, they're not cracking the sound barrier either. That's actually an advantage, because they have a potential to be stable throughout the flight, instead of when you have a pellet that goes faster than the speed of sound. When it transitions back down to subsonic, it'll destabilize, and that's where you lose your accuracy. So the red fires were all cracking supersonic. These didn't. So, interesting. All right. We're going to move down to the next bowl below it, and let's see if I adjusted too much or just enough. Let's find out. At least I should be on the paper. Take it. Oh. Oh, come on. That was a bummer. Dang it. Oh, man. Pull it, or push it a little bit. All right. I think that's technique. I think these have, when we do the review, I think we're going to go red fires. At least at this point, we got 3 more pellets to do. Red fires, Crosman Premier head-to-head seems like a reasonable battle to come. Let's see what we got here. We've got, do we want to do, let's do the 8.4s. We'll do them in weight. Do 8.4s, then we'll do the 10.3s, and we'll do the 10.6s. All right. I love the magazine and the Gamo Swarm. I've shot some other brake barrels that have magazines. Nope. Nothing matches this. This is just really, really good. Okay, we're going to go left side, third down. Here we go. Oh, left. These are the 8.4s now. We're definitely no longer cracking either. Do not know where that went. Just off the page, maybe? Oh man, that's not doing well. Let's finish it out. Yeah, I don't know where those are going. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say no bueno on the 8.4s. 10.3s. Somebody recently asked me if I would shoot some slugs through this, or through a 177 Magnum. I would, not this one, because I think they would jam up in the mag something fierce. But I do have a 177 Gamo Hunter Extreme in storage, like the old made in the UK one. That, oh, this is slippery. That one would be fun to do. All right, we're going to go across. We're going to go the right one, center, third bowl. Wow, did that drop. All right, we're going to use the same old. These are 10.3s, so these are more than 2 grains heavier, and they seem to show it. Okay. Now I am aiming for the bowl above, and they're hitting at the bowl below. Alright. So that could be a simple scope adjustment, and you're back in business. Yeah, these actually don't do bad. We just have to adjust the scope for them. bring the group up into the right a little bit. Oh yeah, that was just, not sure. Last one's Barracuda Match. Now, gosh, I have so many 177 pellets. I pulled a few that were representative of some various options, but I have 50 or 60 different 177 pellets, so obviously we're not going to do that all on camera. But this should give us a good idea what, like, JSB is a little bit harder alloy, or excuse me, softer alloy, HN's a little harder, Crosman's a little harder, Gamo it's its own sort of blend. So this kind of gives us some different weights, different alloys as far as lead composition, kind of a little bit of everything to try from. Now I'm going to do the same deal. I'm going to shoot, we're going to go to the right and shoot the third and see if these land at the bottom. Holy moly, did that fly way over to the left? That's not good. These are Barracuda Match. Excuse me, I don't know if I said Hunter Extreme. If I did, forgive me, I didn't mean to. These are Barracuda Match 10.6. Are they going to push that hard? All right, let's see. Good night. All right, so massive scope adjustment for those to fly straight. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, they were way over. The group was okay. Could certainly keep them close to the black, but if I'm going to look at pellets that I'm going to try and get this gun set up for, it's going to be the Crosman Premier hollow points, because I think that I need a little more trigger time. I can maybe get more consistent with those, and then or the red fires. The red fire group just need to be scooched up into the black. That'd be good to go. The Premier hollow points, that first group really had probably the best overall group of everything. We just would need to move that into the black. But guys, that's 25 yards, 177. It's pushing really hard. Those Gamo red fires are cracking hard. The rest of these shots subsonic. Red fires are shooting supersonic. If you guys want to see the full review coming up, which we will probably have to take a little more time, shoot some more pellets, and really dial things in. But if you guys want to see the full review, be sure you like and subscribe to the channel, or at least subscribe. We hope that you'll like the video. And then you'll get notified, and you get the notification bell. You get notified of when we push out new content. I am intrigued to see what this will do after I get some more trigger time. I find the 177 more of a challenge. I thought, for whatever reason, I find the 22, I'm more comfortable with it. I definitely seem to, I don't know, favor that one. Yeah, the 177 definitely has potential. It's crushing as far as velocity goes. We'll see how it does out here in the desert at our elevation. It'll be a little slower than it would be at sea level. And for those that are wondering, yes, I got a whole bunch of Gamo alloy stuff from all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be able to find out as fast as we can get this gun to go, at least here at my location at 4,600 feet. We'll see how fast we can get the pellets to fly. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Want to remind you guys, we do have the Patreon page and the Officers Club. If you guys want to help us out directly, check out the links in the video description. You can learn how to do that. I want to say thank you to Gamo for sponsoring AirgunWeb, all these videos we're doing. Yeah, they're a big help. We have a ton of other sponsors too. If you want to see, we have a ton of other sponsors too. If you want to see who they are, check them out on www.airgunweb.com. My name is GamoUsa here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.